To rocket or not to rocket? That is the question when it comes to the brand new Valve the Disciple raid bosses, and this guide will help you decide on a damage strategy that will be sure to leave your next fire team in awe of your big boy DPS. These intro clips, as well as much of the gameplay seen throughout the video, were captured live at twitch.tv/pixardonks. Come stop by to see how I create these videos live. What's up guys, my name is Pixardonks and welcome to the channel. I play Destiny 2 on Xbox and my goal with this channel is to provide you guys with creative builds, tips specific to my fellow console gamers, as well as cover niche topics I haven't seen anyone else cover. I hope to provide a unique take on Destiny 2 from the point of view of a console player, as I feel as though most content creators within the community are currently located on PC. I play quite a bit of Destiny and follow the game closely, so I will try my best to make sure any content here will be on topics I have yet to be seen covered elsewhere. That's it for the intro. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let's hop into the video. The topic I want to cover today are the three main DPS strategies used during the Valve the Disciple boss fights, and why the optimal strategy for you might differ depending on the platform you play on, your mechanical skills, as well as the weapons available to you. The meta around the Valve the Disciple boss fights is starting to solidify. However, not many people are talking about the relatively large gap in difficulty between the available options. I'm sure console players everywhere are sick of their PC clanmates laughing as they effortlessly swap between Izanagi's and their rocket as you struggle to keep up with other options. In today's video, I will cover 3 of the main DPS options available to Guardians during Season of the Risen, going over numbers for damage and rate of fire, as well as testing some average Guardians on their ability to mechanically perform each strategy. This will allow us to look at expected damage versus actual damage, which we can use to assign a difficulty rating to each option. Finally, I will allow some background footage from the 2 boss encounters play out as I discuss the pros and cons of each strategy in the context of our findings. Let's hop into the first round of damage testing. Before we begin, here are the rules as to how these tests will be performed. The use of dexterity mods, reload perks, and buffs or debuffs will not be used during these tests, although damage perks, such as explosive light, are fair game. Finally, we will be testing each combination during a 10-second window, as this is approximately how long each plate lasts during the Caretaker encounter. Looking at the weapons comprising our first combination, the Wither Horde hits for this number on impact, while then ticking for this number over 10 seconds. Our Linear then hits for this number. Taking a look at the optimal combination over 10 seconds, you should be able to hit a Wither Horde shot, swap over and shoot 7 Linear shots, and finish off with a final Wither Horde shot. Taking all of this into account, we can see that within an optimal 10-second window, you should be hitting around 654,349 expected damage. The first weapon of our second combination, Izanagi's Burden, hits for this number, while our auto-loading rocket hits for these 2 numbers. Taking a look at the optimal combination over 10 seconds, you should be able to hit 4 Izanagi shots and 3 rockets, making sure to reload Honed Edge x4 before shooting your rocket. Looking at this combination's 10-second expected damage, we see it is significantly higher at 841,817. I also tested the Anarchy Slug strategy, as this was a favorite of many during past seasons. The slug hits for this number here. Anarchy hits on impact for this number twice, and then ticks for this number over a 10-second window. The optimal combination for this strategy is 2 Anarchy shots, followed by dumping the mag of our slug, swapping to another if needed. You should be able to hit 10 shots during the 10-second window, giving an expected damage extremely similar to the first option, at 649,085. In order to calculate a difficulty for each strategy, we must first simulate the actual DPS performed by the average Guardian. This will test both the mechanical skills as well as the weaponry necessary for each option, allowing us to assign a difficulty rating to every strategy based upon our findings. The 3 guardians I will be testing can be classified as beginner, intermediate, and advanced based upon total time logged on the game. I had every guardian perform each strategy 3 times over a 10-second window, keeping track of the amount of shots hit with each weapon. I then averaged these results over the 3 trials, calculating an average actual DPS value for each option. Finally, by dividing the average actual DPS value by the expected DPS values we got earlier, we can obtain a set of difficulty ratings for each strategy for each of the 3 guardians. The way these calculations were performed, the closer the difficulty rating of an option is to 1.0, the easier it is to execute, while ratings closer to 0.0 will be more difficult. I added these difficulty ratings to the graphics created during damage testing. Feel free to screenshot and share with any clanmates. If we look at a summary of the difficulty rating for each strategy, a couple of interesting trends begin to emerge. Unsurprisingly, the Izanagi's rocket combination was the most difficult, while neither of the 3 guardians I tested messed up the Anarchy slug combination a single time. Focusing on the beginner player, they are almost certainly the best off using the Anarchy slug combination. This combination is especially friendly to lower skill players, as it allows them to focus on hitting their headshots without the need to swap weapons. Additionally, Anarchy provides constant damage without the need to hit a target, which can sometimes be difficult if it is trying to kick you in the head. The intermediate player has some options, as the DPS provided by the Wither Horde Linear Fusion and Anarchy slug strategies are very comparable in nature. Additionally, the intermediate player should be more comfortable performing a simple weapon swap during DPS phases, while Wither Horde, similar to Anarchy, allows for worry-free damage. Finally, the advanced player has a clear DPS choice, as once you can consistently perform the Izanagi's rocket combination, almost nothing in the game can match it. The advanced player, while still not perfect, is able to consistently perform the advanced weapon swap necessary for this strategy, making sure to proc Honed Edge ×4 between each shot. I will now let some footage of myself performing the Izanagi's rocket combination during the Raulk boss fight play out. You will be able to see for yourself just how much damage this strategy can output over an entire encounter, as I am able to hit 3.4 million damage. This combination allows for damage numbers in the 5 million range and is worth practicing if you plan on spending a lot of time in the raid. That's all for today's video. Thank you to everyone who made it to the end. I hope you found this guide useful, and I hope to see big boy DPS numbers from all my fellow console guardians in my upcoming LFGs. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for any and all future content, and comment down below. What encounter in the new raid is your favorite? Until next time, Pixar Donks has left the building.